So as usual, we can close our eyes, feeling the body in connection with the earth. A sense of support from the earth, sensing your body. As best we can, relaxing any effort, just letting go into sitting here. Let that be enough. Nothing to prove to ourselves or to other people. Just giving ourselves a break from accomplishing things. Just feeling the relief of that, just being here. And now we can bring to mind a person we have a loving and uncomplicated relationship with. Just a good friend. We may be used to bringing them to mind when we do our gratitude practice anyway. Just so glad they are in our lives. So letting your whole being, letting your body relax in their presence. Sense of ease. Trust. So even though the practice is not directly about the breath, I often find just to have some of my attention on the breath can be really useful as a way of physical anchoring. It's the softness of the breath through the body, enhancing that sense of ease and relaxation. Sense of presence. So now we are knowing this person fairly well. And from this knowing comes a sense of what they need and wish for, what would make their life more wonderful. It could be a sense more spaciousness, more love, more of a sense of fulfillment, or joy, maybe peace. Just see what comes to you. Maybe it's something you have heard them say they're wanting more. And then from your heart, just wishing that for your friend. Maybe imagining what they would look like, what they would sound like, if they would feel that quality more, how they would move through life. And just trusting your heart to know what they need. And then just letting that go, just being more fully present in your own body again. What is that like now, having felt some well-wishing, some love for your friend? Maybe something has softened a bit. Maybe there's a smile in our face. That we're in touch with loving kindness a little more, perhaps. Let yourself enjoy that sense of expansiveness, warmth, or however that manifests for you. It doesn't have to be like really intense, it could be just a little flicker of warmth. So, as mammals, we have that natural ability to care for each other, particularly for our young, but also for people who are suffering in some way. So, we just allow that to flow through us as we now bring to mind somebody who is suffering. Maybe it is another friend who is going through a hard time. Staying aware of our body, of our breath, allowing our hearts to stay open and responsive. So maybe there is a bit of a flavor of compassion now in this care. Maybe feel to some extent their suffering, breathing with it, with them. And a wish also crystallizes there in our heart for their well-being. And again, we know what they need. So it might be just ease, well-being, relaxation, clarity, love. Keeping it quite simple, you may just want to say these words of these qualities. Let them ripple through your own body and let them be absorbed by that person. Imagining what they would look like, feel like, sound like if that quality was fully experienced. Just making sure not to strain. We don't have to make everything better for them. That's not our responsibility. It's just this natural movement from the heart to alleviate suffering. That heart wish. And then we're letting that go again. Simply being with what's present in us. Movement, a gentle swell of the breath in our bodies, that intimacy. Feeling more and more in connection with ourselves now. Curiosity, attention to the detail of what's going on. And of course, in our own lives, there is always a mix of happiness and pain. And just now, we're just with all our gentleness and good intentions homing into what might be difficult in our own lives. You may want to place a hand on your heart. Some pain, some confusion, some sadness. Just being with that with great tenderness. And what is it we need here? Just letting a word come to you. Maybe love, acceptance. Maybe to be seen, to be heard, to matter, to belong. Breathing in those qualities into every cell of your being. Let them fill your body-mind. the practice is difficult in any way, perhaps there can be some amount of acceptance of that, and maybe that will be the need to breathe in. So close with ourselves, tender, generous. Can stay in touch with ourselves and whatever degree of acceptance and love is there. Probably not that different from what you wish for yourself. My guess is that it'll be about love, about connection, about ease, safety. And then allowing those feelings to spread further and further. More and more people are affected by this swell of goodness that is emanating from us. More and more people and other sentient beings on this planet experiencing ease, well-being, joy, freedom. So it feels more and more we don't really need to make a big effort. This practice just keeps going almost by itself. And then in a moment you'll just hear the sound of the gong, which brings the practice not exactly to a close, but into some sort of transition. As we're opening our eyes and continuing to Stay open-hearted